What's up, guys? This is X-Saber giving you guys an X-Saber update for the November 2015 format. So the last deck profile I gave you guys of X-Sabers was a little innovative. You know, I had the whole Retaliating Sea thing going with the X-Saber theme, searching Emmer's Blade. While I admit I cut that in the new list, I still appreciate the tech and the ability it gives the deck. However, I did change the deck up a little bit since last format. The loss of Rhoda absolutely doesn't hurt us at all. I'm not even playing the one copy of Rhoda in this list, so the deck is a little bit different, I'll admit. There's certain cards I cut, like Tanky, Full Helm Knight, but there's also some stuff I brought back. So anyway, guys, this is my X-Saber update for the new format. It's also a little bit of on a side note. I've been making X-Saber decks on my channel now for 1 year, and so it's kind of cool how the deck has kind of come full circle in a year. So it is what it is. So anyway, guys, here we go. To start off the list, this is the card that we basically play our whole deck off of now, is double X-Saber Emmer's Blade still. Again, I didn't want to feature Retaliating Sea because I felt like too many search cards were not that great in the deck anymore, so I definitely wanted to play as Secret Rare is beautiful. I definitely wanted to play Emmer's Blade at 3 because it gives us such a toolbox to the rest of our deck. And then, of course, going with the 3 Emmer's Blade are the 3 copies of double X-Saber Dark Soul. Again, I love this card to pieces. It is a great card. We are playing some back row in this deck, so where the old saying used to go with Deneb, summon Deneb, set 5, this is kind of like set Dark Soul, set 5 sort of deck. Or Emmer's Blade. So, I mean, you can still gain advantage just as much in the late game. Just getting multiple searches off of multiple Dark Souls is really quite nice. And again, if you play the deck correctly, it can be just as explosive as a lot of other tier decks in the game right now. So, there's that. Bumping it up to 3 is Fall Troll. Again, it's the power play card of the deck. I absolutely agree with playing 2 in the last list. It's just the way the list functioned a little bit differently. This list plays Norden. It does play Instant Fusion, so getting more X-Sabers on the field at the same time kind of brings this card to be a little bit better and more functionable. We're playing less brick cards, I feel, so I felt like playing 3 Fall Troll was not a bad thing. So, 3 Fall Troll in this list, at least at the time being. Only playing 2 copies of Boggart Knight. I felt like once the first one went to the graveyard, we can just retrieve it back with Norden. I'm also playing only 1 Pashul, which I didn't play Pashul at all last list. So I felt like I didn't want to see Boggart Knight as much. I didn't want to commit so many resources to summoning multiple monsters. When there was a lot of destruction cards like Dark Hole, Raigeki going around in Cosmos and stuff like that, Torrential, and of course the Mirror Forces, so I didn't want to commit too heavy to my my starting fields, so I felt like Boggart Knight was still a good card, but just not as good, if that makes sense. So, and then replacing Full Helm Knight is Air Bellum, so I am playing more of a trap lineup and more field removal, so I felt like Air Bellum was clearly like the better card. Like, I lost so many games drawing into dead Full Helm Knights, but I won some games getting Air Bellum onto the field after I've Mirror Forced or something like that, and getting Air Bellum poking for 16 and just having my opponent go neg is really good. So again, the 1 Air Bellum is fine. I might bump it up to 2, but I feel like Air Bellum is a very good card at the moment. And then I'm playing 1 copy of Pashul. Just another card. I felt like, when I was playing just TG Striker, I felt like I was missing out on some opportunities with Emmer's Blade, because what Emmer's Blade would do is it would give us the function to go into any X-Saber in our deck that was lower than Fall Troll, and so I felt like having a tuner, a level 2 tuner, which was pretty good, getting it off of Emmer's Blade alone, so I felt like that alone was pretty good, and I brought back Reinforced Truth into the list, so I felt like, hey, why not? So we are playing the 1 super rare X-Saber Pashul. Then getting into the hand traps, we are playing, or I shouldn't say hand traps, I do have 1 more regular monster, and it is 1 copy of TG Striker. So again, I played it at 3 last list with no Pashuls. I felt like I didn't want to play I didn't want to play Reinforced Truth with just one target, and I didn't want to play multiple Pashuals because I didn't like bricking more than one Pashul, so I felt like TG Striker was just a better card than playing a second Pashul, if that makes sense to you guys. And plus, it's not bad being able to special this and normal summon and Dark Soul or whatever, level 3, and just making a Nat Beast is quite fine with me, so I'm playing that. And then get into the new stuff. I'm playing 2 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit brings us something to the deck that, you know, it's being able to pop cards, you know, during your opponent's turn. It's being able to summon this off E-Tally. It is a great tuner for the deck, I felt like, because Airbellum, Pashul, and TG Striker wasn't enough alone, so I felt like having another tuner in the deck was quite good. The fact that you can use this to go into Gotham's, you can use this to go into Trish, you can use this to go into Hyunlai is very good. And again, I don't think I would play, you know, any other tuner. I really like having the double-edged sword of playing Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit as a tuner and as a hand trap. So there's that, and then I play 2 copies of Maxi just because this card is still really good. I mentioned in my Noble Knight video that this card isn't that amazing against Pendulum decks, but I felt like the deck needed just needed those extra 2 cards to gain advantage. So there's that. So that's the monster lineup. I went very heavily on the monster lineup, actually. One card that I was kind of flirting with playing was Grand Soil. I was playing triple Grand Soil and 2 trade-in at one point, and the reason why I cut it is because I didn't like breaking cards like Fall Troll and Grand Soil together, and so I just decided to play 3 Fall Troll instead of 3 Grand Soil and 2 Fall Troll. So just a side note. However, Grand Soil is very good with Maxi and Retaliating Sea because you can drop both of them, and then you can count as the Earth, the Earth component, and then, you know, you can kind of fix your graveyard with instant fusions and bring the ratio of 5 Earth monsters in the graveyard back and forth from 6, 4, 5, whatever. But that's enough rambling about Grand Soil, a card that I don't even play. So 3 Upstart Goblin, you need it. It's consistency. 3 Chicken Game. Chicken Game is a very, very good card in this deck for multiple reasons. I like the ability to, you know, pay 1,000 to draw a card. I like the fact that when this card has you down in life points, you don't take any damage. So you can just normal summon Dark Soul and be aggro with it and take no damage, which is great. Comparing it to the X-Saber card, which we'll probably never get in here in the TCG, which is X-Saber Reflect or something like that. Saber Reflect, which basically deals them damage. But Chicken Game is kind of really cool just because, again, you can take no damage off of attacking. And of course, you can pop this off of Hyunlai before your opponent gets the chance to use it, which is good. And then I play 2 Terraforming to search the Chicken Game. Again, very consistent. 2 Instant Fusion for Norden. I only play 1 Norden, but I felt like getting it to it quicker was better. So 2 Instant Fusion. And then 2 E-Tally. I felt like 2 E-Tally for the 2 Ghost Ogre was fair. Again, you know, if you draw the Ghost Ogre, then technically, yes, the second E-Tally would be good, but the second E-Tally rather would be dead. But the chances of that happening were slim, and I felt like it was good to get to your Ghost Ogres as soon as possible. So that was very good. So those are our spells. So I like my spell lineup. Again, no tankies, no rotas, which is something that has been very, very rare. I felt like in every single deck profile that I've given you since the channel started, I had at least tanky or a rota or both. But neither are in this deck. So that was that. I was seeing Bogart too much, and I wasn't seeing the other stuff in the deck like E-Call enough. So I'm playing 2 Gotham's Emergency Call. I felt like the card is really good. It's amazing, especially when you have back row. It's amazing. So I'm playing 2 Mirror Force and 1 Storming Mirror Force, especially for Cosmos. Big boards in the game right now. I like wiping them right off, and so there's that. I'm playing Vanities, Torrential, and Solemn, and then I'm playing Bottomless, and of course the aforementioned Reinforced Truth to round off your traps. So again, it's very good to flip this on your opponent's end phase, summon Pashul, and already have a monster set up for your next turn, or if they go into battle phase, attack with a Farm Girl, activate Reinforced Truth, and I've done it so many times on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro where they just get their whole battle phase pretty much pooped out, or they have to waste a Dark Destroyer to get rid of the Pastoral, just so they can get through. There's that, and then for the extra deck, just really quickly, should be self-explanatory. 1 Gothams, this will never change, I'll never play more than 1 Gothams, and I'm going down level, by the way, so I'm going from 9s to lower level. I'm going 1 Gothams, 1 Trish, because you can still make it with, 2 level 3s, and of course, you can go E-Telly into Ghost Ogre, make it that way. 1 Scrub Dragon, good for popping, space removal. I would play the Psy-Frame level 8 instead, Omega, but I didn't have it, and it's $30, so Scrub Dragon's pretty good. 1 Airbellum, because I like it. 1 Sauza, because you have to make these off if you use Bogart Knight as a tuner, as a non-tuner. 1 Black Rose, that's it for the 7s, and then for the 6s, playing 2 Hyon Lai, 1 Goyo Guardian, 1 Barkion, and then for the 5, I'm just playing 1 Beast, and so there's that. And then for the 3 XZs that we play, will pretty much always will be Invoker, Castell, and M7. M7 gives you like a second turn. Again, it's just amazing, having multiple Full Trolls on the field. And then, of course, the 1 Norden for the instant fusion. So, anyway, guys, that has been the deck profile. Sorry for the shake of the camera right there. It's very good. I like the deck. Again, the deck will never be as competitive as it once was. However, being able to set a lot of back row and set stuff like Emperor's Blade, Dark Soul, and then later on the duel, go very aggro with your all your draw cards with Chicken Game, Terraforming, Upstart, and having a very consistent deck is good. Playing cards like E-Telly and Reinforced Truth gives the deck even more of a push power, and just really like the deck. So anyway, guys, this is my version of X-Sabers. Again, I would love to eventually bring you a build that played Triple Grand Soil and Trade-In, but again, at the time being, the cards don't really mesh well with dead Full Trolls. So, there's that. But anyway, guys, nonetheless, that is how I am playing the deck right now. I hope you guys agree with some of my choices. If you guys have any ideas for the deck, please comment in the comment section below. And that's it for me, guys. Peace, guys. Deuce.